And of course, Paul John looking to wind up the season with a good, confident performance. They got to the semi-final of the Emirates Airline London Sevens, and quite a magnificent performance against South Africa. Just well, it could have been a touchline conversion that could have taken that tie into extra time, but as it was a wonderful tie, and Wales really gaining in confidence.
Yeah, they clawed their way back into that match, having South Africa having stolen the march in the first half, 14-0 if I remember rightly, and they came back well. Andrew Lees then, it's a landmark game for him, his 100th game as a referee. Today is still some 20-odd more perhaps behind David Keane of Ireland and Taisa Hirabayashi from Japan. So Wales then to get this Pool B clash underway, playing from left to right against Spain. All taken in by Javier Canosa. 41 caps to his name on the international circuit, the 15-man code. The pace being shown by Pedro Martin. Wales will need their wits about them. Facundo Lavinho goes in. Ivan Evans contests possession. The tackle from Christian Phillips from an offside position. Then Spain have a chance through Cano, spraying it quickly to Carlos Blanco. Mistake in midfield. Can Wales get their handles on the ball? So a promising start here by Spain.
Yeah, a very sprightly start. Interesting enough, Spain they're incredible because they actually average 44 passes per game, and you know, they do dominate, but they cannot strike. In actual fact, they cannot then convert. Their average is scoring a try once every 19 passes, but they're low down in the rankings and they can't convert that pressure into points. So, but they're still a difficult team to play against.
Yep. But they haven't got the incisive players to make that vital breakthrough in midfield when it's necessary. Now, what can Wales do with the ball in hand? So Christian Phillips, a very pacey youngster, very promising youngster already, of course, featured in the Wales squad of Warren Gatland last season. Adam Thomas, a newcomer this season, the fullback for Pontypridd. Gareth Davies from the Cardiff club. Showing and going. Can he get there? I think he can. One more effort? Perhaps not. So close, but good defensive work by Spain.
Yeah, excellent cover tackle there by Spain. You really thought that Davis was going to be in at the corner, but the big long legs of Ignacio Martin tracks them down. And Gareth Davis then bundled. Well, there was a foot in touch, wasn't there?
Release, Blue!
So Spain, whether that little storm.
No hands.
Chipu stands behind that ruck, the blonde head, number 10 for Wales.
Release.
Javier Canosa almost gets away. Tackled by Adam Thomas. Takes two men though to get Pablo Feijó, the captain, to ground. Spain, they suddenly look dangerous in these opening minutes. The kick and the chase. Back goes Ivan Evans, a kick a little too far for Pedro Martin.
You were talking, Win, earlier on just about this strike pace of Spain. They don't have it in abundance, and you look at Wales with Jevon Groves, Alex Cuthbert coming off the bench, Ivan Evans and Gareth Davies as well.
Good handoff there, the offload rather from Nicky Griffiths. Came up with him on the plane on Wednesday night. Broad smile on his face. He just completed his examinations. Good to get those out of the way so he can concentrate on the rugby this weekend.
Yeah, good steal by Spain. Joan Cano got his hands into that maul area.
So still no score midway through this first half. Portugal and England as well in this group. Pedro Martin, the man from the Basque country, plays for the Ampo Ordicio club. Wales, well, 100% tackle completion.
Open it, you're moving.
Just looking at Spain there, Ignacio Martin and Canosa, they're big fellas, aren't they? Both well over 6 foot each.
Yeah, Ignacio Martin, there he is. He spent some time in Fiji earlier on this year and played a little bit of sevens. It did look out of place, according to some Fijians watching the Spaniard fly his trade there. Spain come again, looking to bring the man back inside. It's Pedro Martin. He's the man that has threatened for Spain early on. He's the go-to man, as they say in sevens. Feijoo, the captain, not going to hand.
Red release.
Ivan Evans is down to secure possession. Griffiths. Now then, German Groves, the captain. Spain not giving anything away. Ball didn't go forward, says referee Andrew Lees. One more pass could do it. But as we've seen already today, the ball is slippery, the ground is greasy.
And interesting, with all the ties we've seen so far, lots of handling errors, teams just trying to settle into their patterns, and you know, there's a real aggressiveness and urgency in each other's defences, and it's just this lack of concentration there, exemplified there by Ignacio Martin, just taking his eyes off the ball, and these are passes that you would normally expect to stick.
Spain come again through Carlos Blanco, the best of passes to Facundo Levinho, and that's given Wales a chance to get over there, to defend their line. This looks good though, and the pickup, terrific pickup by Spain over the try line. Was he held up? The referee Andrew Lees will consult perhaps with the referee in the in-goal area. But a tremendous effort though by Spain.
Hold up.
Held up. Wow, that was a close one.
Well, fantastic pickup by Pedro Martin. Look at this, if he were a slip fielder in the cover field, you'd be pleased with that. But more importantly, watch this wonderful tackle held up over the line. Let's see if it fell in Ethan Evans' favour.
Ivan is so strong, I know that, but it was a difficult one for the referee in goal to adjudicate on. No TMOs in sevens. There has been talk of introducing TMOs. I'm not so sure that'd be a good thing. That's my personal view. It would slow the game down even further, perhaps. And I don't think it would add to the spectacle of sevens.
Well, the great thing about sport is, and in particular rugby union, rugby sevens, is that the players accept the decision and get on with it. That's the main thing, and there's no bickering to a referee, there's no top back, just get down, scrum again, go again. And because the game is so open, there's always opportunities to get back and score again.
Clock running down here, 10 seconds remaining in this first half, and Spain now had the Lions' share of possession, but as we saw, they just can't make that break. They just can't get the vital score. Pedro Martin just runs it out. That'll be the last piece of action of the first half. An intriguing first half. And Ivan Evans, well, saving a certain try for Spain. And there it is, 0-0 at half-time.
Well, quite an interesting tie, this. And again, if we go back to Spain's sort of dominance in terms of the way they carry the ball, I mentioned about the average of 40 passes, and you know, you see the stats coming up on our screens here. When Spain with 24 passes completed against Wales, who've only completed 11 passes. So as I mentioned earlier on, Spain make life difficult for you. So Wales then have to start commanding the possession. Wales have to put Spain under pressure if they're going to come away with this tie. But what about this one? A great tackle by Ethan Evans there, gets under Martin. Did he lift him up, or did he get before the whitewash? Certainly there at that point, he's obviously lifted up.
Well, the best man to see whether he did score or not was Andrew Lees, the referee, because he was directly behind the play. I think Evans did extremely well. Superbly well.
I think he lifted up. And again, video technology here. Here we are. We're still debating whether it was a score. We do need an instantaneous, decision. But very interesting enough. Yes, I just said you can get on with it. But when there's a gold medal at stake, that's when the stakes are high. That's when these decisions have to be absolutely 100%.
So here we go then with the second half. No score in the first, and Wales will have to show some of that resolve and some of the spirit they showed in the Cup semi-final last weekend, which you witnessed, Scott, against South Africa. Because there's a determined Spain 7 on display here on the first morning of the Emirates Airline Edinburgh Sevens Festival. So the rain showers have given way to a ray of sunshine. Groves to Richie Pugh, two of the more experienced players in this Wales squad. The captain, Groves, to Gareth Davies, to Christian Phillips, the speedster. Deceptive turn of pace, but good, solid tackling from Spain. And the captain, Pablo Feijó.
Yeah, this young player, Phillips, we saw him make his debut across in Hong Kong, and he was quite outstanding. And I just feel over the last couple of tournaments he hasn't quite got away from his man. He's been bundled into touch, and he needs to understand where his strike running is going to come from.
Groves snaps that away from Ignacio Martin. Phillips again in midfield. He's got another speedster outside, Ivan Evans. So strong, not back to full fitness as yet, but he'll have a go. Well, support not close enough on that occasion. Spain have saved the day. Martin taking his eyes off the ball there. Wales desperate to get their hands on it. Coming in from the side, German Groves. And that's what Andrew Lees felt. A chance. Long pass out wide. Phillips into the tackle, aided and abetted by Richie Pugh. Quickly back on his feet to number 10. The ball is there somewhere. And finally it appears on the Spanish side of the ruck. Down goes Javier Canosa. Still no score. Can't remember a game when it was 0-0 2 minutes into the second half and more. Well, there are people turning the history pages here. Only been 5 in what, about 100 games? 100 tournaments rather.
And of course this is the 100th tournament, the 100th playing of an IRB Sevens series match.
It's ironic that it's being held in Scotland as well, and this could well be the breakthrough from Nicky Griffiths. Away he goes, he won't be caught by Juan Cano, and finally then Wales break the stalemate. They're onto the scoreboard. They lead Spain by 5 points to 0. It's been a long time coming though.
Well, sevens sometimes is a game of speed. It's a speed of thought. And this man here, Nicky Griffiths, look at him. Knew he had the pace on the outside. Juan Cano absolutely stripped, couldn't catch him. Sometimes on the sevens field, you need to make that decision. You need to back yourself. And Nicky Griffiths was faster in the speed of thought and also faster in the execution of that try.
And the conversion is good, and Wales lead by 7 points to 0 midway through the second half. 7 minutes each way, of course, in the pool stages, just the final itself, 10 minutes each way.
And on that particular shot previous there, that's why you call it the lung buster. Just open the lungs, get the first one out the way, and it makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Is this the most northerly tournament? I think it might well be.
Oh, I've played in lots of sevens tournaments north of this, the Isle of Mull being one of them.
I was going to say Ben Beckler there for a second, Scott.
There's Paul John there. And he's starting to build an experienced squad, isn't he? His team coming into this tournament, the likes of Ivan Evans, 17 tournaments. Reece Shellard, of course, 21 tournaments, so he's on the bench at the moment. 115 tournaments within their squad, so that experience makes an awful lot of difference.
And there are 4 Fura tournaments coming up as well shortly, so these countries, they need strength in depth. So Wales are also looking for some replacements and a second sevens squad as well to complement the main squad here, which can only augur well really for the sevens code in Wales. Tend to forget that Paul John also led Wales to that World Cup victory in Dubai in 2009. My colleagues in the commentary position don't like me to remind them of that glorious occasion, that fantastic evening we had in Dubai in March of 2009. It's etched in my memory. So Wales lead by 7-0. Still not out of the woods yet, though, because there's danger here from the replacement Marcos Poggi, Argentinian born. Better. Martin. Griffiths is back there, needs to make the tackle. Ignacio Martin is away. They need to prevent him from going round under the post. A good, tremendous effort from Spain and Ignacio Martin. He's looked very accomplished in this match. His 7th try of his 7th career, and the game is not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, tremendous counter-attack here from Spain, and Martin showing just what a strong runner he is. Big hit comes in from Gareth Owen just as he goes over, but the conversion now all important.
Big hit, big kick coming up to tie the scores at 7 points all into the last minute. Pressure. Was it going to go wide of the mark from Pedro Martin? Well, that takes nothing away from the brilliant try from Ignacio Martin.
Yeah, absolutely, but time and time again we always talk about it, the conversions are so important, but isn't this kick important? If Spain can regather possession from the restart, they could then have an opportunity to score.
Yeah, kick downfield where Wales looked thin in defence for a second there. They may, Spain that is, may well have secured it. The clock ticks down, 20 seconds. Spain still have time. They got men over on the wide outside. The tackles have to be made. Gareth Owen, Spain come away against Shallard with a strong tackle on his man, and Groves may well have won it for Wales. He has, and what a vital counter-ruck that was.
Yeah, fantastic counter-ruck. Kick the ball out. Nicky Griffiths, you won the tie.
Wow. That was a close one. Is the game over? Is there time? No, there is not. Referee Andrew Lees blows for full time, and it's a second 7-5 final scoreline after the Argentine-France match. And Wales then, courtesy perhaps of that missed conversion, a try from Nicky Griffiths, and that's what won it 7-5.